Okay,
Good
students,
morning, sir.
all of you. So we are just going to start with today's
Yes, sir.
morning to all of you. So yesterday, in the previous class, we were discussing about the certain bulbs, round things. I have to explain that things. Okay. So my concern was that if you have given two bulbs, let's say B1 and B2, and the B1 rating is your 60 watt and 220 volt, and the rating of B2 is your 100 watt and 220 volt. So once they are connected in series, and again these two are connected in parallel, in which case which bulb is will be glowing brighter? Okay, that was my question. So coming to answer of this that particular question. Okay. So let's come to the question. The first one is, this is the condition when these bulbs are going to connected in series. With AC mains. So this was the case. This was bulb B1 and this was B2. And the rating of bulb is your this was of 60 watt and 220 volt, and the rating of this bulb is your 100 watt, 220 volt. So mute yourself, dear students. So what we are going to study, and this is connected with 220 volt. Okay, this is going to be connected with 220 volt. So what we need to find is, just try to understand. So as we know, the bulb will produce more heat is low brighter. Please mute yourself. I'm continuously repeating these things. Please mute yourself and mark your present by going in chat box, writing there present, and mute yourself. Whenever you are willing to ask me any question, then at that time you can mute yourself. Otherwise, I will mute you. Then you can't be able to just unmute you.
आवाज इधर दे बाबू
What we will do?
आवाज इधर बाबू पास आवाज
Fahad Ahmad.
आवाज 2 मिनट 5 मिनट लगी बस
So, what we are going to do here, we are just going to find out the resistance in both cases. So, in first case, if you are given, you have to find the resistance. So, for in bulb B1, what you will write here, P1 is equal to V square by R1, and here you can write R1 is equal to V square by P1. So this can be written as V is your rating. This is 220 volt. So 220 upon the power is your 60, and its square is there. The power is your 60. So
कहीं और जा कर ले, यहाँ मत कर.
So we can write resistance in this case. This resistance will be your, you can just multiply it 4840 divided by 6, and it will be 6 8 and then 806.6 will be there. Okay, so this is the resistance of the first bulb. And for bulb B2, for bulb B2, we can write here the P2 is equal to V square by R2, and R2 can be written as V square by P2, and this V will be your 220 into 220, and here it will be your 100 watt. So you can just cancel out these things, and R2 will become, this R2 will become 484 ohm. So this will be your R2. So what you need to find, you will see here the current is going to be constant. This current I, because it is in series, so I will be same in case of the each bulb. Okay, so heat produced in bulb B1, produced in bulb B1 is H1 is equal to how much? I square R into T. And heat produced in bulb B2, so this will be I square R1, here you can write, R2 you can write. Now you can see the I will be same, time will be same. The bulb which have a greater resistance in case of series will produce more heat. So that is going to give more light, or means that will give will glow brighter. So you can see in the bulb B1 the resistance is 806, and in case of the bulb B2 it is 484. So heat will be more produced in case of the bulb B1. So B1 will glow brighter than B2 when they are connected. So kindly check your network. Bulb B1 will glow brighter than B2 due to high resistance. High resistance when connected in series. When connected in series. So this is the case of series. So in series you can see if there are two bulbs, so which will have a lesser power or more resistance will glow brighter. So let's come to the second part that I was asking. This was the second case. So if let's say there is a voltage V, that is a 220 volt, and these bulbs are connected in parallel. This will be your V1, and here it will be your V2. So now you can see the bulb B1 have a resistance. We have already calculated the resistance. R1 is your 806.6 is there, and in this case bulb B2 have a resistance. It will be your 484 ohm. So in this case we can also the same concept that means whichever bulb will have a greater heat will produce, means will glow brighter. So you can write the heat produced in bulb B1. So you can write here H1 is equal to V square by R1 into T. So you can see the voltage V is going to be same for both bulbs because these are connected in parallel. So, and heat produced in bulb B2, you can see heat produced in bulb B2. So you can write here S2 is equal to V square by R2 into T. So from here you can see the bulb having a lower resistance will produce more heat and will glow brighter. So the bulb, your B2, have a lower resistance, B2 have a lower resistance, so it will produce more heat and it will glow brighter when these are connected in parallel. So you can write here, bulb B2 will glow brighter than B1 when they are connected in parallel, because heat, this heat, you can say the H2 is greater than H1. So one thing you should understand, so why I have used this formula here and why I have used this formula here and why, so it's only due to the, because current is going to be constant in this case. In series, current is going to be constant. H1 is equal to I square R1 into P. While in another case, voltage is going to be constant. That's why we are using the formula V square by R into. I hope it is clear to all of you. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you noted this? Move to the next page.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Should we move to the next page?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay. So one question is there. So let me describe you that question. What is that question? Okay. Let's understand this question. The question is, two conducting wires of same material and equal length and equal diameter are first connected in series and then in parallel. Parallel circuit across the same potential. Across the same potential. So question is, find, yes, Faraz Ahmad, have you any problem? Find ratio of heat produced in series and parallel combination. So can anybody? Yes. The question is, two conducting wires of same material, equal length and equal diameter are first connected in series, then in parallel circuit across the same potential. Okay. Find the ratio of heat produced in series and parallel combination. Okay. So can anybody tell me? So this will be the two cases as we discussed earlier, as we discussed in the previous question. Okay, the same concept will be applicable here also. You people are not marking your present in the chat box. You have to write just present. It's you have to follow these routine daily. Okay, when you connect, just write this. Okay. So Faraz Ahmad is raising his hand. So what's the problem? Are you listening me or just okay? So I don't think people are just, they just join the now Shivam Kiswaha. Yes. Okay. Yeah, just people are playing. You're not interested about this study. Okay. Let's come to the. If they are saying the two conductor wires, it means what? Two conductor wires means what? Two conductor wires of same length and same diameter. It means the resistance is going to be constant. Okay. So let's understand the two cases. What are they? The first one is your when they connected in series. In series, we'll see. So you can see these are the resistance. This R is going to be R here, and the I is here I. Okay. So you can see here, if you find the combination of these equivalent resistance of these, so it will become like this, and it will become 2R. It is now connected with same potential, let's say V. So heat produced in series, you can write. You can use either of the formula. We are just using V square by R into T. So we will be same. R is now 2R. So heat produced in series is your V square by 2R into T. This is case of series. In parallel, you can see. These resistance are now get connected in parallel. And this is R and this is R. And these are connected with potential V. So once you will find the equivalent resistance by using formula this 1 by R equivalent, 1 by R plus 1 by R. So R equivalent is going to be R by 2. So once it will be R by 2, you can write simply draw the circuit like this. The resistance of this become R by 2 and the voltage is V by V only. So in heat produced in parallel will be your V square, and now this become R by 2. So R by 2, don't write. Who is that? And the T will be there. The heat produced in parallel will be your choice of V square by R into T. So this is the case in parallel. Now you can see, you can take the common here. What common you can take? Common for heat produced in series and parallel. Means ratio you have to find, sorry. So this will be Hs upon Hp. So this is going to be V square by 2RT. And for the parallel, you need to write 2 V square upon R into T. So you can see this will be multiplied and V square will be cancelled. T will be cancelled. R will be cancelled. And it will become 1 by 4. So heat produced in series and parallel will be in a ratio of 1:4. So it's done. Let me know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, sir. Please wait.
Okay. Yes. Please write down.
A little bit confusion.
Yes, what confusion you have? Who is that with name 1HPPU? I'm not going to add him in my class. Yes, what confusion you have? Let me know. Who was that saying there is a confusion?
Sir, in parallel.
See, you see, you have a confusion.
Yes, sir, in parallel combination.
Okay, so you can see in parallel, these are connected in parallel. So you will find the equivalent resistance. So this will be 1 by R equivalent, 1 by R, 1 by R. So this will become 2 by R. Means 1 by R equivalent become 2 by R, and R equivalent become R by 2 once you will calculate it. And now you can find, means you can just draw the equivalent for this. Now the resistance will become R by 2 and the potential will be V only. So heat produced in parallel, you will write V square by R by 2. Now resistance become R by 2. So you need to write R by 2 and time. And you will, once you will multiply this 2 in numerator, it will become 2 into V square by R into T. And when you will take the ratio of heat produced in series and parallel, you will get this value. I hope now it become clear. Okay, should we move to the next page?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Coming to the next page. So now we are going to solve another question. So in this case, you have provided the value of I and V. Okay, means current, value of current and potential difference you have provided, and you need to just draw the graph of V versus I, and you have to calculate the resistance of the resistor. Okay, so question is the value of current flowing in given resistor corresponding to potential difference V is given below. So what is given? So I is given in amperes and V is given in means volts. You have given certain value. You can see that values. What are they? It is a 0.5 and it is 1.6 and it is 1.0 and here it is 3.4, it is 2.0 and here it is 6.7 and it become 3.0. Now it become 10.2 and it become finally 4.0 ampere, and the potential difference at that time is 13.2. Okay, so plot, question is plot VI graph. Now they are asking for the VI, not IV. VI means what? You have to take V as in Y axis, I as in X axis. Plot VI graph and also calculate the resistance. Yes, who will tell me the answer and who will plot the graph? Yes, कोई बताएगा आंसर?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's a way.
Sir, first we will calculate the resistance from V upon I formula. Sir, if current is 0.5 and potential difference is 1.6, then the resistance is equal to 3.2.
So you can see there is a variation, means I is going to vary for corresponding V. So how you can stick to the one value? How you can stick to the one value? If you have a variation, then for that only I told you that if you have given
Sir, we take last, sir, last.
yeah.
So from sir 3.2 upon 4.8 sir लेंगे तो आ जाएगा
Find out
resistance का.
of the graph. So if you are talking about the VI graph, then it will be the slope, and resistance will be slope of the graph. And if you are talking about the IV graph, then the resistance will be 1 by slope. Let's see here. First we'll plot the graph. So for the graph, I'm using the different color here. Let's say a blue. So in y-axis, I'm taking V, and x-axis I'm taking I, because they are saying VI graph. If it is written IV graph, then what you need to do? You need to do I you have to take here, and V you have to take here. So they have given the VI graph, plot to VI graph. You will see, you have to just mark here the points. You can see the I is in this form. So you can mark here the point 1. Here it will be 2, 3, and it will be 4. And here you can mark like this. So it can be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. Please do not write on the board. You people are not getting my point or not. You are just doing the things whatever you are willing. And you are wasting your time, you know. So now you will see at 1.6 volt. Once you will write here 1.6 volt. See here where it will be voltage 1.3 will be somewhere here. At 1.6 the current is 0.5. So this point will be here only. Now you can see the current is 0.5 and the voltage is your 1.6. And another point is when this is voltage is your 3.4. So 3.4 will be your, you can see here the 3.4 will be somewhere here. And now the current becomes 1 ampere. So the graph will be like this. So here it will be. The second point will be here. The first point is here. Now you can see in the similar manner when the potential difference becomes 6.7. So 6.7 is greater than 6. So it will be somewhere here. And the current becomes 2 ampere. Current becomes 2 ampere. So in this case, you have to just find out that point. So this will be the point. And now we'll see the 10.2. For the 10.2, you can see here it will be 10. This 10.2 will be here. And the current becomes 3 ampere. So corresponding to 3 ampere and 10.2 will be here, somewhere here. And the next is your 13.2. So 13.2 will be somewhere here. And 13.2 corresponding, there will be the 4 ampere. You can just join this line, join these points. Wait a minute. You can just join these points. Okay, it will be straight line. Okay, once you find this line, or you can write at the slope. How can you write the slope? Slope can be written as, you can see here. And you can see this point, last point. So this will be your slope. Slope is your tan theta. So this will be slope, this will be tan theta will be your this value will be your 13.2 minus 1.6, and this value is going to be, this value will be 4 minus 0.5, and you will write like this. Suppose this is A point, this is B point, this is point C. The slope will be your BC upon AC, and the BC will be your 13.2 minus 1.6 upon AC will be your 4 minus 0.5, and the answer will become how much? If you are saying that I'm just taking this only, okay, up to this only, so this will be your answer. Now you can see this will be your answer, and the you can take the difference of this 13.2 minus 1.6 will be how much? You can find the difference now. You people are sleeping or just active in the class? No, you people are just sleeping. It will be 12.6 divided by 3.5. Now you can divide. Now you can divide it. Okay? And once you will divide, you will get the value of resistance. What you will get? You will get the value of resistance. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the question. Sometimes,
Yes, sir.
sometimes these type questions used to came in your examination. Okay. Have you done it?
Yes, sir.
So when I was talking about this IV graph, whenever you will draw the IV graph, you will find it. And for this, the resistance, here the slope is your resistance. For IV graph, the resistance will be equal to 1 by slope of this resistance. Here it will be inverse, but in this case, resistance is equal to the slope of what? VI graph. And here the
graph.
yeah, it is resistance is equal to slope of
तो
I.
वहाँ पे 11.6 होगा सर.
Where how much it will?
सर
It will be 11.6.
12.6 नहीं होगा, 11.6.
Yes, 11.6 होगा.
Yes sir.
My mistake. Yes, you can do it.
Yes, sir. 11.6.
Yeah. Now you can divide and you can find. Okay.
Yes.
This way you can just find out the resistance. Okay. Now coming to the next. So we are going to discuss one question. Okay. So this will be the probably this will be the last question of this chapter. Okay. And then after if you will say I will just go through the each and NCERT question, otherwise it will be the homework for you that you have to solve each and every question of the NCERT. Okay. So this
सर एक क्वेश्चन सर आपके मैसेज बॉक्स में भेजे हैं सर.
अच्छा, कोई क्वेश्चन आप मैसेज बॉक्स में भेजे हैं, किसका? एनसीईआरटी का है?
Yes. सर देखिए सर, शायद एनसीईआरटी का ही है.
I will see because we are running late, so we'll see in the next class. But let me ask the one theoretical question. We have discussed these things. This is a these are the questions. The reason has to be given. The first is your why is tungsten used almost exclusively for filament of electric lamp? Give me two reasons. For the filament of electric lamp, why tungsten is preferred? The first reason is that
Tungsten has high melting point.
the melting point of tungsten is
So he taking high melting points.
due to the high
Tungsten has high
melting point of 3380 degrees Celsius. And one more is there. It have a high resistance.
Yes, sir. High resistance.
Yeah, due to the high resistance, it produces more and more heat. Okay, this is the two reasons. And in the second question, they are asking why are the conductors of electric heating devices such as bread toasters and electric irons made of alloys rather than the pure metal?
Because they are the good conductor of heat.
No, alloys and both are the good conductor of heat, means as well as conductor, means metal as well as alloys.
Because it does not oxidize.
Yeah, this is the accurate answer. Alloys does not oxidize, but in case of the metals or conductors, when it came in contact with moisture air, it used to oxidize.
Does it oxidize?
Yes. So once it will be oxidized, so whenever it will be oxidized, then its property will be quite changed, because that is not going to be pure metal. Then that will become metal oxide. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
Okay, sir.
why is the series arrangement not not used in a domestic circuit? Two reasons.
So because it has, sir, a high resistance due to it, sir,
No.
current flow.
No.
Sir, in series, sir, if one circuit will break, then whole circuit will break.
If one device is going to fail, then another will also fail. Okay. And the
Yes,
second
sir.
and the second reason is devices have different current rating, means cannot be connected as the current is constant in series circuit, because if there are two
Yes, sir.
devices, they have different current rating, and you are connecting in means series, that will be not possible. This will be only possible in parallel, because there will be the
ये
different.
सब क्वेश्चन एनसीईआरटी में है.
These questions came in examination 2015 and 2014. Okay.
एनसीईआरटी बुक सर.
नहीं, एनसीईआरटी बुक का नहीं, ये प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस के कुछ थे, मैं डिस्कस कर रहा था. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is all about today's class. We'll connect in the next class and we'll discuss the next some previous year question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Today.
Thank you, sir.
Have a
Thank you,
nice
Thanks a
sir.
lot, sir.